If today was your last day, how will you spend it? Anybody else? Same thing. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, when times and days are few, you realize what's important. The biggest problem with the culture we live in is they've kept us so busy with things that mean nothing. And the most important thing that we all have been blessed with is time. We all have time, but we only realize we have time when it's too late. The average lifespan for a South African is 64. Most people live up to 75. But if you're going to live up to 75, simply it means you've got 3,900 Saturdays in your entire life. And I only realized that when I became 55, because then I realized I've already spent 2,900. I only have 1,000 left. Now the question is, if you only have that much Saturdays, what are you doing with your time? And for us to realize how important time is, you have to attach a value to your time, because most of us don't really know how much our time is. And anything that does not know its value abuses itself. How much is your time worth? Who can tell me how much their time is worth? What are the problems if you don't know how much your time is worth? 1, you're going to be underpaid for it. 2, you're going to abuse it. 3, you're going to occupy it with the wrong things. Now, we live our lives in seasons, and the importance of knowing the value of your time, it makes it easier for you to understand what season of your life you're in. Because if you don't understand the season of your life you're in, you get stuck in an old season. And being stuck in an old season makes it much easier for you to lose the opportunities and all the chances that are present in the present season. And you end up spending most of your time with the wrong people. Now, we need to realize what season we're in. Now, if you look at the human life, God gives us a life in seasons. And it is important for us to understand what season we're in so that we can be able to prepare ourselves for the opportunities that we have. One thing that we get given is time. And time comes with opportunities. And each opportunity that you're given comes with a responsibility. When you are born initially, as a young person, you are born and you know nothing. You come in this world, you're entirely dependent on the environment, your parents, your early caregivers to give you identity and bring you up. And then as we start growing up, we get into our teens, we start going into school. When we get into college, we start building our own identity. We start finding out what is good for us. College is purely a time for experimentation. That's when you get most of your firsts. Your first kiss, your first love, your first taste of freedom. All those things that at home you are not allowed to do. When you get into college, you think you have this carte blanche and you go on this tirade of doing different things. Then when it gets into your 20s, it's purely exploration. That's when we become rebels without a cause. You know more than your parents. And everything a grown-up person tells you, when they look the other way, what do? You only realize how much you know when you become a parent yourself.